Welcome back to At the Beef Tack. In this edition of Lubing Your Leather. Here we go. So, baseball season is now over and softball season is currently still going, but baseballers, we're done now, and now we want to put up our leather for the winter, right? Or at least we want to at least take care of it from a season full of use, right? We've been sweating in it, stinking, spitting in it, all kinds of good stuff, right? So now to keep it from cracking and getting really brittle over the winter, we want to lube our leather. So what you can do is, I simply have a boot wax for just applying the leather for boots. You can get it at Walmart if you want. That'd be the cheapest place to get it probably. But you can get it from anywhere. You go buy a pair of Timberlands or something like that, they'll give you this. Or they may charge for it now. They probably charge for it. But anyway, take you some wax. Just get a little dab will do you. Get you a little bit right there on the finger. Big middle finger, like if you was going to flick it off. And I start inside where your hand goes, because that's usually where all your sweat runs down. It dries out that leather, and that's going to be the first part that's really going to start cracking. If you can see here, right there on the top of that, where it's starting to really kind of come apart. These gloves are almost 20 years old though, but they stay this good. If I lay it down like this, you see that still won't even close. That's a good glove because you take care of it. So I'll take this and I'll just start rubbing it in there. And as soon as I get it in there, I'll just spread it around. See that? So you just want to get in there and you want to spread it around everywhere, inside, all up in there. And once you get it in there and you start getting some consistency with it, with getting it spread out, you want to be careful not to stick a big old giant glob way up in the tips of the fingers. You want to start it down here in the palm area and then kind of work it up and just rub it in. Just rub it in nice and good. Okay. Once you have that, you can take your glove hand and stick it up in there. Now you feel where you don't have it, right? So now use your other hand, reach down there and get you another little bit. You don't need a whole lot just yet. You just want to coat the top of it. Nice good little piece like that. Take it, rub it at the entryway of where the fingers are. And now that you got it on all your fingers, now just slide your fingers in and out of those holes. Right there. If you need a little more, it's pretty good except for that pinky. Put some on the pinky, find your pinky hole, start lubing that leather. You want to keep that leather soft, especially over the winter. It gets real dry. If your leather gets dry and stuff like that, you want to use it next year and pull it out. It's stiff, it's dried out, and it's starting to kind of come apart in there. If you buy a good glove like this one, or if you get sponsored with them, like what happened with me with these, man, if you take care of them, they'll last a long time. They'll last a long time. So now that you got that worked in there, work your fingers up in there. Once that's worked in there really good, you can put it again on there. Just make sure that's really good up in those finger holes. Okay. Now that you got that, it's got a nice little glisten on it now. See that glistening? Now that you got that there, you can just keep it on that thumb hand on that glove hand. Get you another good little glob piece like that. And now we want to work that pocket. Let's work that pocket. And just take your hand and rub it around. There's no wrong way of doing this. The only wrong way is not doing that at all. Make sure you get right there. Right there. Get that ball that comes in and hits that spot a lot. Get in that pocket real good. I'm just going to rub that up, rub it up. See, we're starting to glisten in there. It's good stuff. And now we just real quick, you want to spread it on your hands like this a little bit. Rub the inside of those fingers. Rub the inside of those fingers. Get all that right there. Just a nice little slick coat. Make sure you get back in that pocket. Back in that pocket. Okay. wax on both of my hands so I can show you like this now. You just want to work that leather. Work that leather on that inside. Make sure you get a good little coating. This is my outfielder's glove. This has been a great glove. This is a Rawlings trapeze. So it's been laced several times, but it's in good shape. Get that outside of that finger pocket too on the back right there, where that finger sits up there. If you use outside the finger hole right there. And then don't forget, last but not least, don't forget to hit that edge. That's a really wearable spot right there. See that? Hit that edge, get it lubed up. Boom. Outfielder's glove. That's good to go. I mean, it took like what, 6 minutes right there, it says right there. That took 6 minutes. Let's see if I can do the infielder's glove in 3 minutes and 50 seconds to get this 10-minute video in. Get you a good little goop. I'm going to start on the inside. Lay it down real goopy right there. And now just take your glove hand and start to work it. Start to work it in there. Work it, let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. That's what you got to do to that leather too, man. If you want to take care of your stuff, you got to keep your leather lubed up. Put it on all 4 fingers. Now, ooh, forgot that thumb. That was really dry up in there. All of your fingers. Now start working it back and forth up in that thumb hole. Boy, that's really getting dry. Look at the inside of that piece right there. Woo. I have used these gloves every year for the last, no, not 20 years, about 15, 16 years, something like that. And they are really worn out, but they're still good to go. Still good to go. All right, I'm gonna get some more on there, those fingertips. Going back in there, you really got to work those entryways to those finger holes inside there. If you go outside of it, you can rub that little leather patch right there as well. Get inside that really, really good, especially where the pieces are really starting to become hard from just sweating and drying out. Throw it in there again, one little bit on that pinky. Make sure you get that pinky hole real good. Getting in that pinky hole right there. Woo. You want this leather soft when you pull it back out. January. Heck, most of you guys, if you're playing college ball or high school ball, most of you guys never put them down, so it's good to do this 3-4 times a year. Keep that leather nice and lubed up. You want to make sure they last you a long time. Keep that on the glove hand, going back into that pocket. Going back into that pocket, getting that side right there. You can see I get a lot of balls right there. Rip that, tear that leather string. Just get that pocket really good. Getting that pocket real good. Make sure, and see I've still got oil or wax on this hand that I've been rubbing in there. So as my hand is in my glove and I'm still rubbing it in there, my hand is moving on the inside of that glove, just rubbing the inside of that glove a lot more. Let me turn my chair like this. Maybe that's better. Getting those fingertips. Get those fingertips. Take care of these gloves. Your parents pay a lot of money for them. Get back in that pocket. Get that good snap when that catch that ball right there in the back of that pocket. And it just pops and sounds good. Nice and soft. Take care of that leather. Rubbing it up. Rubbing it up. This is a Rawlings glove as well. These guys make some good gloves. And remember, last but not least, that part right there that sits on the back of your hand really gets a lot of sweat and a lot of dryness. baseball.